I'm going to be doing a spoken word poem called Things I Would Tell You If It Wasn't For My Ego. But it could also aptly be titled Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. You guys will find out why. And fair warning, this is a little bolder than you'd expect, so get with it. Things I would tell you if it wasn't for my ego. I miss you. I miss you like mad. Lately it feels like I have developed a relationship with my drafts box because I left 21 emails and 33 text messages but never sent a single one. Because every time I develop the balls to, my brain whispers back, says, you think these need a little more marination, a little more thinking through. I mean, I'm not putting it off. I just want them to be perfect. That's all. My heart is still in denial. This little guy in here still pumps your name in every odd number, saves the even numbers for mine. He's gotten so used to this rhythm that when I scream at him to stop, he whimpers, falters, says, I don't know how. I'm still snapping my fingers, clapping my hands, using our details in writing new poems, leaving little hints between the lines. When people say things like, it's harder than you think, and blow on it, I know we look at each other and laugh like idiots till our sides beg for forgiveness. But now I turn around and almost always forget that you're not going to be there. I know your dad never liked me from the beginning, and now that I have established myself as the crazy ex-girlfriend, I must say you should tell him that the steam in the shower isn't just from the hot water, and the dent in his desk isn't just there because someone pushed a chair into it. Seriously though, just tell him I said hi. The other day I was telling my best friend something that you said, and she stops, pizza half in mouth, and says, shit, you really loved him, didn't you? And stupid me thinks stupid things like, I still do. But I didn't have to say it out loud because my best friend knew. After we broke up, I started taking dress like you're going to see your ex-boyfriend very seriously. And it's paid off. No, not with you, but with all these new doorknobs that are asking me out without realizing that you set a huge benchmark, that you made me fall in love with you from 5 meters apart, and there was no touching involved. And someone is going to have to do so much better than that before I even consider taking down my walls. You remember how awkward it was when we ran into each other at that party? I mean, we have mutual friends. It was bound to happen at some point statistically. And I know I stood there and stood very straight, nice dress on, back straight, looked you right in the eyes and said, it's so nice to see you. And I'm so glad you're happy, but no. No, it was not. It was like being hung upside down from a penthouse balcony and punched in the jaw. It did help that you brought your ex-girlfriend along, and she stood there the whole time looking at me with those big eyes that I want to rip out with my bare hands. I miss you, and in absolute stalker fashion, do I not only know your Facebook profile better than you will ever know it, but I also know that missing you someday will not rip me apart. Someday it'll just be a small scar that I look at and laugh. Someday you will watch me performing this poem and will turn to whoever the hell you can find around and say, you know, I loved a writer once. And she wrote things about me, and she said things about me, and people have books with descriptions of my jawline in them. But I don't think they quite understand. I miss you. And cliche as it is, missing you is 6 shots of tequila that I did back to back because I wanted to wash the taste of you out of my mouth. But every time you text me and ask me, how are you? How have you been? And all some crazy shit like that. I have to wait for the tectonic plates to stop shifting, for my hands to stop trembling before I can even think about texting you back. Thank you.
Yeah!